Hello, Mark.
Hey, Joey.
Episode 97.
97.
97.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about a lot of things,
Yes.
so bear with us. The first 25 minutes is a little bit of giggly stuff, having a good time. But we're actually talking about the rent guidelines for 2026.
That's right.
Yeah.
What they are, who they apply to, who's exempt from it.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Stay tuned.
Some good food recommendations,
Yeah.
some great laughs, and like always, great information. Yeah. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Welcome to the Toronto Livings Podcast, a conversation about all things Toronto with a focus on real estate, the culture, and of course, the food.
I'm Mark Savell,
And I'm Joey Virgilio.
and we're realtors with Sage Real Estate working together as a Toronto Livings team with a focus on helping you buy better, sell higher, and of course, having a little bit of fun along the way. Hello, Joey.
Hello, Mark.
How are you?
I'm good.
Dog days of summer are here, buddy.
They're here, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, though. What a whirlwind this week.
Oh, you want to just get right into
Oh,
it? Let's get into
Let's
it.
get into it.
How was your week, Joey? Before you tell me what you ate, what's been going on, man?
Oh, man. Busy week.
Busy week.
I will say buyers are out.
Buyers are listening to the advice we've been heeding.
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah. There's been a couple deals put together this past week.
That's all you, man. You've been on a tear.
It's good. It's good.
You got some-
We got some good deals that took place
In condo world.
in the condo market.
As we've been saying, now's the time to strike.
The deals are out there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna hold off on our official blank.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait until everything's actually finalized.
like
But
it.
no, we put some pretty good deals under contract.
Right on. Yeah. All downtown, I believe.
Vaughan actually.
Okay.
And Midtown.
Did you find more kind of fuel up in Vaughan, or like where was it better to kind of...
To play,
Yeah.
So both markets are soft, truthfully. But you know what I will say? Sellers are still stickier than you think they're going to be. The vulture offers, they still don't pan out too well.
Okay.
There's some good. You still gotta play what actually is market value and be knowledgeable about going into things.
Yeah.
Because sellers do always have the option to rent things out.
Yeah.
So the deals we got, I will say, are great.
Yeah. I almost didn't believe some of the prices. Like, you
Yeah.
got all that for this? Like, we preach it every week, but then when you say it back, you're like, yeah, like seriously, like this is a tremendous opportunity, a tremendous window to kind of pounce on.
Yeah. This is some of these prices you haven't seen in a while, man.
Good, man. Happy for you, happy for your clients.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, crushing it.
Thank you.
We had a bit of interesting, like me, I would take these clients out. We're looking in Stouffville, and then we kind of had one in Richmond Hill. We took a look at it. Have you heard of Lake Wilcox?
No.
Okay. Richmond Hill is like one of the coolest lakes ever.
Okay.
Did some research on this lake. It's called the Kettle Lake.
Okay.
And it's like a spinoff of whatever it is. But it's the biggest kettle lake, I think, in Ontario, something like that. It's got like all these different types of fish species in it.
Okay.
And it's dotted with all these homes around it. But you're in Richmond Hill. You're not in like, Lake of Bays. No, you're in GTA proper with this beautiful lake.
Okay.
So we saw this house. We're like, yeah, it hits all the boxes. It had this really, really good vibe to it. Like well cared for home, kind of like a cottage vibe to it. But like, again, you're off of Bayview. Like, you're not secluded by any stretch. And 5 people came to the table on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a bidding war with 5 people. It was on the market for, I think, 11 days she held off before she reviewed. So it was a busy one. And I did my market data. I kind of took a look at things. Clients and I talked what our comfort levels would be. And truthfully, I didn't think we'd have much of a shot at it. I said, we'll definitely shoot our shot. Because in this market, you never know.
No.
And that's what I told them. I said, guys, I don't think we're going to get it. But hey, let's just try. We got it. And it's not that we got it and we snagged it for a good day. That's not this angle of the story.
Yeah.
It's that we pulled every tool in the book
Right.
to make this happen.
Yeah. So what were those tools?
We did the letter.
Yeah.
We included the picture.
Yeah.
We gave the deposit. We were super flexible with our closing. It was a firm offer. We did all of our due diligence before, so we're ready to go. So it was like peak 2020 kind of
So funny, man.
battling.
Yeah.
But in this market, and we were still able to win it in the end of it.
So that's so funny to hear that. First off, the contrast of the condo world to the detached.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Context is important here.
Yeah, because we were talking about you got 5 offers. Everybody I was speaking to has been sitting 60 days plus price reduction after price reduction.
Right.
What a different world.
Yeah.
I also love that you're still taking those pages from the pandemic offer days.
Yeah.
Because all of those in a bidding war still do really apply. And as much as offer prices tend to, generally speaking, tend to be more conservative.
Yeah.
Those tricks in the book still.
They pan out. And I can't tell you how many times it's just like, they're there, just use them. Fine. If it doesn't work, at least you know you've tried. But this is what you got to do in this market.
Right.
You got to put everything you can to make it happen. And I'll say on the flip side, the agent did everything right. She held the open houses. She promoted the heck out of it. Like when we left that open house, there was like 10 people coming through the door.
Yeah, right.
So like everyone's hustling to try to make it happen. And he or she who hustles the hardest seems to be the ones that are getting the deals, securing the properties and selling for their clients. So big wins all around, man.
Big wins.
Yeah, high
this
five.
week is a week, man.
Yeah. I like we just got right into it.
Yeah, I know.
No pleasantries. Wow.
I feel like my head has been spinning for the last little bit. So it's been.
Yeah. For context, I literally had to pull Joey out of the office. I'm like, dude, could we? He's like, wait, one more deal. Okay, fine.
That's legitimately what's happening.
Just one more deal. This is like, Trump's like, you're going to win so much. There's so much winning. Joey's doing so many deals. Please. He's telling me, Mark, no more deals. No, it's not that. It's not that extreme. But you were like,
there was legitimately like a package going out.
Yeah. You're like, let me just try to put this, because you did a couple leases as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And so like, as much as everyone's on vacation and the general consensus is this market is slow, deals are happening, my man.
They're still coming through, man. Yeah, that's a whole other thing too. Not to go into a market conversation.
We can go there,
but
it's dog days of summer.
The rental market there's movement, man.
Yeah.
There is absolutely movement.
Yeah.
Everywhere we're seeing or we're putting on the docket, things have been sitting a little bit longer, but like they're leasing. Like it always seems to be when you want to see it is when you get offers in.
Someone's coming in. Yeah. I just want to add a little bit of context to that. They're definitely moving. I'm seeing more movement, but you still have to be so precise with your pricing.
Yes.
That's the key thing. You can price it in 2022 and think it's going to move quick. There is an adjustment that's happened.
Totally.
Depending what you read, anywhere from 10 to 50% rents have dropped. But if you've taken that into account, they go quick.
Yeah. When you're priced right, that's very good context to bring into the table.
Yeah. But you were saying on the last episode, like some places were sitting for 2-3 weeks. All of a sudden, it's like a fury of people.
Gone. Yeah. Gone. Exactly. And it was like, oh, these guys have been, it's almost been a month.
Take your time.
Let's
we can
see what
when
happens.
we see it.
We'll book it on the weekend.
Yeah.
No, not so much.
Well, actually, the deal I pulled you out of, you were hoping to see it on a couple days before.
It was, exactly.
An offer's already coming in.
We had to make a move quick.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool.
Can we talk about food?
Yeah, let's how was your week? Where did you eat? Let's go back.
Right, kick us off. How was your week and where did you eat?
Okay. Wow. You want me to get into it? I'm all for side journeys, like weekend side journeys where we just like take off and discover something new. And Adriana S.'s mom suggested we go see the locks of Welland, the Welland canals.
Okay.
You ever hear about them?
Oh, you're by waterside this summer, eh?
We're like, hop in the car, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just figure it out. So we went to Port Colborne, which is the end of the locks. And we want to see so the ships come in through the Great Lakes. This is Lake Erie. And then it kind of goes through the canals and then connects down to Lake Ontario.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool because I think there's 7 or 8 locks that they have to go through because the topography. That's the word. Topography is so different. So like,
sure.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I think that's right. It sounds right.
I was confusing with Topanga from Boy Meets World.
That's a little bit of a different Topanga.
It's a little, Topanga topography, tomato. You know what I'm trying to say. But the Lake Ontario is so much lower than Fort Erie, and the boats can't go down a hill.
Right.
So they create these locks. Dude, I was fascinated.
Oh, it's such a cool system. Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, think about how much goods and services still to this day flow through the Great Lakes as a result of these ingenuity. Do you know the meme? I've been saying this all week. Ages hating it. Technologia.
Oh yeah. Technologia.
The technology on these things is incredible.
I saw the original. Do you see the original?
Oh yeah,
that? Yeah.
I
only I've only heard that voiceover for like ages. Yeah, they're guys in this like the back of this SUV, like this
Middle Eastern guys in like Dubai or something.
Yeah, and then the seat just lifts up, and he's like, Technologia.
So there was a lot of those being tossed at these beautiful locks. Technologia. Dude, because the boats are massive. Like, we're not talking like little fishing dinghies. These are like friggin' transport trucks. And then I don't know if you know this about me, but like I'll track planes on my phone.
No.
You don't know that about me?
No.
Whenever I see a plane, I'm like, hang on, let me look on my flight tracker. So I found there's a boat tracker. So now I'm like,
I swear to God, there's something new that I just never. Do you have a plane tracker just to see who's above you?
Yeah, flight traffic tracker. Yeah. So,
what's the reason though?
I love planes. There's not much deeper than that. Like there's this really cool plane that flies from Dubai right now, and it's a zebra plane, and they did it to match the towels of a beach. So there's a blue one, a red one, and a green one. And I'm like, oh, there's the towel plane, and I discovered that through my flight tracker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff, man. Always look up, like Molly and Sculder said from X-Files. Eyes on the skies at all times. And
the references are on point today,
Thank
man.
you.
Boy Meets World.
Topanga. This is a 90s episode. We should have restarted. What's up? I swear there's a reason behind this madness. We'll get to it in a second. But we were in Port Colborne, and we were hungry because it's 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
And we tried this place called Lockwood Fire Pizza.
Okay.
Amazing. It's like the spot in Port Colborne.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, Port Colborne is like 1 kilometer.
It's like there's only a couple of spots.
There's a strip. There is one strip. You don't miss it because then you're in the lake if you do miss it. It's a beautiful little promenade, whatever. Some guys were fishing. But this place, fantastic pizza, Neapolitan style. They say, although we had a Roman style pizza, which is like, they do this thing in Rome like pizza al metro. So you buy it by the meter and you can have different flavors.
Okay.
In a meter long pizza.
Okay.
So we got one of the Roman style ones with like delicious cheese, fantastic pepperonis on it. And then we got another one called the cup and char pepperoni.
Cup and char.
Right. I'm like, what's a cup and char?
Oh, cup.
Cup, the little pepperonis.
The
I was talking about it last
yes.
episode. Yeah. So that's where I discovered the cup and char.
Okay.
It's fantastic. And the beauty of it is it collects all the oil. So when you eat it, it's just like an explosion of flavor. So good. Family run business. I believe they've been there since like the 1950s. Italians, 3 generations.
Oh, very cool.
And the beauty of this is you're right on the one of the locks. So you can just like sit on the patio and watch the boats.
Well, do their thing.
Open up your boat tracker, see if there's any flames above your plane tracker. Oh, it's fantastic. So
Get all your trackers out.
yeah, if you ever want to take a side trip, a side journey, take Molly C, pop her in the car, head out to Port Colborne. You will not be disappointed.
I being by water is something I need so badly in the next little bit. So maybe that's a thing.
Do it. Yeah. Because even like, so we started in Lock 8 and we went all the way to Lock 4 and you kind of go, it's closer to Toronto, the lower the number. But you could see all the boats traveling along the canal as you get to the different locks. And then they have a free like visitor section. You get a coloring book, you can look at the locks and tell you the history of it. And like, I don't remember the stats, but they're saying how much more efficient boat transportation is for goods and services versus plane, truck, and train.
Oh, really?
It's the most efficient way to transfer goods and services.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. That's news to me.
That's what you learn when you go to Port Colborne. How's your week, Joey? What did you eat? You got any flight trackers you want to tell me about?
No flight trackers. But I did end up actually today, this afternoon, I ended up at United Bakery.
Oh, legend.
It's such a historic
Legend.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only heard, like, I knew about it because it's beside the Winners in the grocery store at Bathurst and Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I always saw it in the corner. I never really thought anything of it. And then I went for the first time. It was like probably a year ago now. And I was like, oh my God, what an awesome diner this is.
So good.
100 years, 100 plus years. It's been in business.
Yeah.
1912.
Wow.
Was the year that they kicked off. They have a whole history page on their website.
Amazing.
You can go to their website and see literally from 1912 how they started out in Spadina.
The evolution of it.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the show notes. You can definitely check that out.
Yes, we'll link it. But delicious.
Yeah.
It's just like good and good energy. I'm pretty sure one of the owners actually walked up to our table and just said like, hey, it's so nice to see you guys getting lunch together. And we were like, oh, thank you.
Small town vibes.
That's very much small town vibes. Yeah, it was nice. Bagels and Locks, because of the place that it is.
Yeah.
It's predominantly a Jewish restaurant.
Yeah. It's a bakery restaurant.
Bakery,
kind of a bit of both.
It's a little bit of both.
Hybrid. Yeah.
There's the bakery at the front, and then you have like a seated
diner
restaurant in the back.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. The bagel was incredible.
Yeah.
It was a bozo bagel, so it was like it has extra, I guess,
A
big.
bozo bagel?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that before.
Is it okay? Maybe
Are you saying it right?
We'll find out later.
Was it a Basil burger? It's from Amazon. Jeff Bezos.
No, it's like twisted into like a bigger sized bagel.
Okay.
We're gonna
I'm trusting you on this
fact check
one.
on it.
I'm trusting you on this one.
But it was amazing. It was toasted, so it was like perfectly crispy, but so airy.
Nice.
Usually bagels are so dense and so intense, but
That's when you order from Tim Hortons.
Yeah. Yes.
The strip of Bathurst, Greif's Bagels is another legendary bagel spot.
Bagel World I've had as well.
Also good, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
which
in
they like
conversation.
flatten their bagels.
Yeah, they do something there.
I don't know what it is, but also I love it.
Yeah.
But this was delicious.
Right on.
Cream. They give you a scoop of what looks like ice cream, but it's cream cheese.
You know what the word for that is?
What is it?
A dollop.
Oh, a dollop.
A dollop. When you ask for a dollop, you get one of those.
One of those, a couple, one scoop, two
Yeah.
dollops. Yeah.
2 dollops. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they give you the big scoop of it. They have the fresh salmon, capers, onions,
Love it.
tomatoes. Oh my God, it was amazing. You piece it all together and just
Such a hearty meal. When you bite into one of those, you're like, I feel like satisfied.
I legitimately did. So I was looking at it being like, I don't think that's enough food.
No.
And then I left and I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
I'm good
Yeah.
actually. I am good.
I got to tell you, there's a bagel place on Oakwood that's really good. The name's slipping me. Everybody knows about this. It's like a legendary. It's a corner spot. It's like lineups galore.
Yeah.
It's like $20 for a bagel, but my God, you're full. Like you, sir, will be full.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, the name you can't remember.
Can't remember. It's like so common. I can Google it for now. Actually, as I'm Googling it, what's the weirdest app you have on your phone? Now you got me curious.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
I got some good apps on my phone.
I don't know. Do you have one at the top of your head
On my phone?
of the weird
Weird apps? Oh yeah. I've got one that that's easy. I've got one that tracks all crime in the city. So if there's ever a police call, I could see where it is and what the call was.
That's actually a useful one.
Useful?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I could share it with you. I got one that shares the water quality of the beaches, so you know if you could
Okay.
go in the water.
That's not bad.
Yeah, if I ever want to take a dip, I'm like, well, is there E. coli or not?
I've got an what is it called? An EFT reader?
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that in one of our previous
we
episodes.
did. Yeah. I have that on my phone.
Yeah,
100%.
not for ghosts, but more for
electromagnetic waves.
Primrose Bagel.
Primrose.
Yeah, everyone knows about it.
Do they?
Well, they do now. No, it's good. We'll go next week for lunch there. It's a fantastic little
I'm
spot.
down for that,
Yeah, nice
yeah.
little side patio. Primrose. It's at 317 Oakwood, just south of Rogers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
close
literally
by.
just down the street.
Yeah, what's our buddy
Vegito.
Sebastian San
San
Vito.
Vegito.
Yeah. 2 minutes from his old spot.
I had before we went to United Bakery, everyone was asking where we should go, and San Vegito did get bring up in that.
Love it. I actually got some sad news to share. Remember early in the year, my favorite sushi place on Bloor closed down?
Yes.
Dude, I'm still traumatized for that. I'm still like, I feel like salmon's at A, and I'm like, I can't because it turned into a vegetarian sushi place.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, good luck. I'll give you 3 months, whatever. But that's not the sad news.
Yeah, let's not dive into that.
No, this is gonna hit home for you. Bistro's on Avenue, the wing spot.
Oh. Closing?
Kind of, sort of.
No way.
The building got sold out, and the dining spot's going to become a flower shop.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, they informed us on the weekend. Me and Adriana asked for there, and like, I wasn't ready for that. I was just not prepared to lose 2 of my favorite restaurants.
Oh my God, they're just shutting you down back to back.
So they're still going to have delivery. They're saying they're switching their model out because they're still quite successful with online deliveries and whatnot.
okay.
And there apparently maybe might be a small dining area there, like for like 4 people to sit.
Oh, like in the actual same place.
Like in the back where the takeout's going to be. I think they're changing the off. I don't know. I'm so sad. I don't know. The details, I was like,
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter. Like,
it sounds like you should just do a ghost kitchen at that point.
and I hate ghost kitchens.
I agree with you.
You know how I feel about
I do.
all things Uber.
Yeah.
We met like Roy and Ruby. I got to give them shout outs. They both work there. Roy's been there, I think, for like 27 years in that establishment. He came with the old business. And,
Oh, man.
And Ruby is like the sweetest. We call her Big Mama. She's the nicest lady. Oh, you too. She's so nice. And I nearly cried when I heard the place was closing down.
That's sad.
These guys-
That's been a staple for
ages.
Yeah.
And they just opened up the steak pit there, and now that's gone too. Like it's
Yeah, that was the next door. Or the other half of
the shared
restaurant.
space of the restaurant. So R.I.P. man.
Too bad.
Yeah, not. Well, let me lighten the mood. Maybe let me bring some good news.
Let's do it.
Love Island's over. Men everywhere are rejoicing.
Yes, Love Island is over. Oh, and you know how I got the news?
How?
JP's email.
Oh. Yes, JP Kelly, always avid listener, great friend, former guest of the show.
Former guest of the show.
Yeah, he's like, he announced that Amaya
Papaya was the winner.
Amaya and Brian, and like, say what you want about the two of them, they actually, because I was telling you, one person will actually win the money, and it's up to him if he wants to share it or not.
Right.
He or she wants to share it. Brian won the money. He shared it with Amaya Papaya.
Okay.
So love is alive and well. But also, they're donating a portion of that to a charity.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
That's so nice.
That's a little bit tasteful.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Now, I feel like you think like maybe me and like 5 other people are the only people who watch Love Island. Would that be somewhat accurate? Very accurate?
No, that's no. It's I know it of my brother and my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, like there is a world where I know it exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think you understand how big this world is. I typed in Amaya Papaya's real name on Google. I don't know why, but I was researching her. I wanted to know like what she did for a living. Google, The Google.
The Google.
When you type in her full name, Papayas explode on the screen.
Oh my God.
And it says, congratulations, Amaya Papaya.
Oh my God.
Google is in on Love Island.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need to do this.
Oh, yeah. I got to put in her full name.
Amaya Papaya.
Yeah, real name. Espinal. Espanol. Amaya Espanol. Yeah, fact check me.
Papaya?
Sure. I mean, you just got to put in Amaya España. Espanol.
Amaya.
For those tuning in on radio, on Wilcox, Joey's just fact checking me here.
Oh my God. There's avocados floating.
Those are papayas.
Those are papayas.
I was wondering when the pivotal moment of this podcast would peak. Episode 97. Those are avocados. No, Joey. Papaya.
Cartoon avocados and cartoon papayas are very similar in shape and size.
In all fairness, I agree with that statement. Oh, that was a classic.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you know we ain't lying. We only bring the truth. Oh, man, I'm crying here. I'm crying. I don't know if it's that Avenue Road's closing or that Joey.
That one, that's on me. That one is on me.
Couldn't script that, man. Couldn't script that. Well, she won. Did you see the lineups for the live watching parties?
No.
There was one like near the CP24 building. Dude, around the block.
Oh, really?
Stack Market at Bathurst in front over there, out the door.
Lineups?
Yeah.
Oh, my
They
God.
did it at the brewery there. It's insane.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is all news to me. Honestly, what's been taking over my feed is the last Coldplay concert. Can we talk about this?
We can talk about that.
For 1 second.
So my thunder going into this episode was to be like, yo, I went to the second concert. It was amazing. That was not even 7 days ago. And nobody even cares about that anymore because
the CEO got camera sniped, and all of a sudden there's this big affair, complex situation happening with Astronomer, I think is the name of the company.
The CEO. Listen, you know the story. Whoever's listening, you've heard the story.
You've heard it, yeah.
Except there's one man on this earth in my direct orbit who's had no idea that this happened. My father. I'm like, Dad, you heard what happened to the Coldplay concert? He's like, is everyone okay? I'm like, well, 2 people aren't, and their loved ones. He's like, what happened? I'm like, what? Don't you have anything? My mom's like, you're so stupid. I even showed you this morning. He's like, oh, I thought they were just lovers at the concert. I'm like, yeah, they were, except they're both married to other lovers. I went deep in this story, man.
Did you? Because I have been bombarded.
Yeah.
My whole feed is this story.
And it's funny because I thought it was just my algorithm because of the Coldplay concerts that I attended. And can I just say the second concert was better than the first?
Okay.
And if you are considering to see them, obviously don't bring your side partner. Just go with your lover. And also get tickets on the floor because it was...
sound, you were saying the sound is the big difference.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Had such a good time on the floor. You're so much more in it with the people, the confetti and all that other stuff.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Sound in general in a big field like that, just
Yeah.
to be front and center with it, makes a ton of sense.
World of difference. So that's that. Apparently, he's on his third wife or third partner, you could say.
Oh.
This is all Twitter rumors. I don't know how true it is.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just giving people the straight truth. And apparently, the other girl in the camera shot that got really red, she's assistant to HR. And the 2 of them have been working at the 3 last companies at the same time.
Oh.
So they like...
together they're moving. Oh, man.
I mean...
Oh, man.
Maybe it's all the Love Island I've been watching, but...
Conspiracies are real. I saw people were tracking down Facebook.
It's bad. Yeah. I'm like, I do feel so bad for these 2.
Oh, to be publicized to that extent with like nothing, like just unprompted. Mind you,
had it coming.
Maybe don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah. Did you see his apology letter?
No, yeah, I read some of it. I was reading that it might have been a scam or something like that.
There was a fake one that was making the rounds, and that one's been debunked, so I won't refer to that one. But there was an official one where it says, here it is here. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or what I want my company to represent. I'm taking time to reflect, yada, yada, yada. But this is what really grinds my gears. I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent.
Lord.
I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone's life into a spectacle, which I agree. But this last line really gets me.
Okay.
As a friend once sang, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you.
No. He didn't
If he quoted Coldplay.
He quoted Coldplay to end his sign off.
If this is legit, which sources are saying it is, buddy, you got what's coming to you.
Oh my God. That's bold.
And I didn't see this in Toronto, but when we saw them in Rome, there is an explicit signage that says you will be filmed. This film would be used in future marketing. You consent if you walk into the stadium.
Oh, really?
So
did they have the same thing I'm assuming?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
So I don't know what rules applied, but also I kind of think it's fair game when you're at a concert.
Pretty much.
Also anywhere these days.
Yeah.
Pretty fair game.
So just very, very much in public at that point.
Yeah.
Regardless if you got hit on camera or not.
Right. Yeah. Where are we at with timing? I feel like we should probably get into this episode.
25 minutes.
All right. Let's get into this episode. We're not talking about popular news this week. But thank you for everyone who stuck around this long to make it here.
Yes.
We're talking about another big announcement that happened kind of quietly underneath all, we didn't even touch Epstein.
No.
I mean, that sounded really wrong. We didn't even touch upon
Quotes on this.
the issues with Epstein. We won't, because we're not about that on this episode.
We are not.
But sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
Another big announcement that dropped this week, which really should have been actually useful to many people, is the government of Ontario said what the rate, how do I put this properly?
The rent cap.
Yeah, thank you.
The rental guidelines.
Yes.
Of how much you can raise rent for the year of 2026.
They made their announcement this week.
They made their
surrounded
announcement
that.
this week,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a mouthful. It's hard to.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because for the last 4 years, they've been announcing new, or they've left the amount the same, which has been an increase from historical times. They've actually reduced the amount in which landlords can increase their rent.
That's right.
2026. And this is why I'm struggling making this announcement. I'm not used to it. So we're going to get into it today. We're going to talk about exactly what that means, who or how you can and can't implement it. And then we're going to talk a little bit about which buildings are exempt from it and kind of both from a landlord and tenant, how to know what's what.
Yeah, rent control is a big thing in Ontario. It's
Yeah.
a thing that we talk about a lot. For helping renters, for helping landlords choose, for investors choosing which properties they want to buy.
Yeah.
It's a big topic of conversation.
It is.
It weighs pretty heavily on a decision.
And I gotta say, I'm quite impressed by how many of your clients will come out and say, I don't want, or I want to be in a rent controlled building. The public knows the difference. This isn't
No, it's not a mystery thing.
Yeah, a lot of your clients I hear them, request that.
Yeah, it's talked about often. It's something that in our first round of, if I'm ever meeting somebody for the first time and we're going through the first round of showings, I will bring this up because I need them to be aware of, in 12 months, you could either be within rent control or you could be out of it. So even if you don't know, I'm going to be telling you because it's a material fact.
Yeah. And when we're talking about so for the year, the cap is 2.1%.
Yeah.
But if you're in a building that's not subject to the cap, there is no limit.
Right.
The landlord could hike it $5,000 a month if they decided to.
Absolutely.
And that's all par for the course.
Yeah, it's within their rights.
Yeah, so let's get into it. So who it applies to and who's exempt.
Yep.
So who does this rate? You're the expert in this field.
So it's basically if a housing unit or condo,
a house,
any
yeah.
living space, if it was built and occupied before November 15th, 2018, it is in rent control. It is within you have to follow the guidelines that the government gives every year.
Mm-hmm.
This year we said it's 2.1. For the last 3 years, I think it's been
3 or 4, yeah.
2.5
Mm-hmm.
has been the standard over the last little bit. Historically, I think it lands around the 2%, maybe 1 point something.
Yeah.
So these are very small increments. So when you're in rent control, you're kind of in a safe place for a while.
Yeah.
Anything built after 2018 on November 15th, specifically November 15th, which is always it's weird that they specified it to that point.
If anyone's wondering where this new legislation came from, it's Doug Ford.
Right.
So that should probably help a lot of people understand why this makes no sense. But anyways.
Yes. So if it was built, and this gets confusing when it comes to condos, I will say, but November 15th, 2018, if it was built and occupied after that, you are not in rent control, which means landlords don't have to follow that guideline. They can raise it to whatever number that they feel fit.
Yeah, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, and it doesn't need to follow market value. They're allowed to just raise it to what they feel is fit.
Whatever they feel, which I don't agree with, to be openly transparent. I'm all for capitalism, but there should be a cap of no more than 25%. Even that's quite high, but shouldn't be no limit at all.
Yeah, and there's something also, if I can add to that too,
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I think at minimum, if you're going to do this, then it needs to follow within the market value guidelines.
Right.
So you need to be able to, for instance, to prove the fact that your unit is worth this amount of rent, not just endless cap of whatever you feel.
That's such a simple solution and such a good point that should be implemented. Like, yeah, within 5 kilometers, what's the average market rent? Okay, that's what you could increase it by.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to add a couple things to that. Community housing, long-term care homes, and commercial properties are not subject to this whatsoever. So think more just purely residential. You have a condo, you have a house. The threshold you're looking for was it completed before or after November 15th, 2018. So we've got 7 years of new builds that are not subject to any rent controls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quite a bit.
It is. And so 7 years, right? When I first kicked off in real estate, it always felt like the newest buildings are the ones you have to be really cautious of. But as that time is elapsing, it's like, okay, now we got to kind of pay attention to, some of these seem a little bit older, but still are outside of the rent control. So you really want to pay attention and dive in if you need to a little bit further to find out if it's under rent control. For instance, I want to bring up a very notable one, which is the Treviso buildings.
Love it. Yeah.
Because this is one of those ones that Treviso 1 was built prior to this happening, and then 2 and 3 were built after.
Just 3.
So just 3.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So just 3 was built after the fact. So you got to be knowledgeable on when the actual buildings were built. It's not just that complex. It's one of those 3 buildings
is not subject to rent control.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful point, because if you're going in unrepresented, you're not working with a realtor like Joey or myself, you might think, well, they're all in the same corner. What's the difference? And no, in phase 3, there is no rent control. The sky's the limit.
Yeah. 100%. And it's, remember, it's when it's occupied. It's not when the condominium officially became a condominium. It's just, it's the first moment that somebody was starting to live in there. That's the date that it's marked by.
Yeah, and I want to bring up another nuance that often gets overlooked. Even if you are in a rent-controlled building, once one tenant moves out, the landlord is free to set the price at whatever they want at that time, because the unit is vacant. So it's not like the rents are forever stuck to one set price. I think New York is like that. Manhattan's more like that. It's not like that here. So if you're paying $1,000 for 10 years and you move out and the market rent's $2,500, the landlord can take that unit and charge $2,500. There's nothing, exemptions don't apply in that sense. It's only during the time of the tenancy.
Yes, yeah. It's a relationship that you're starting, and that's the relationship that's bound by.
That the rent control is bound by. But once you're out, it's free range. They could put it at whatever they feel it's worth at the time.
Can we talk about key rules that the landlords have to follow?
Yes, I find myself reminding some of my clients these rules quite often.
So I think one of the biggest things to remember is that even though a unit might not be rent controlled, you still have to wait 12 months in order to have any type of increase.
Yeah, and that's not a calendar. It's not Jan 1st to December 31st. It's 12 months from the start of the lease.
Yes, exactly. 12 months from the start of the lease, but also 12 months from the last raise.
Correct.
So for instance, if a full year goes by and you forget to raise rent, then you raise it a couple months down the line. Your 12 months starts at that point,
right?
Not the end of the lease.
The start of the lease. Yeah, good. Well said.
You have to give 90 days.
Yes.
That's another big piece of it.
Doesn't matter whether you're in rent control or not. You still have to follow these rules.
Yes. There's a specific form, and this is something that I think is really important to bring up. And the N1 or the N2 form are the 2 forms that allow you to increase rent.
Right.
They're one-way forms. So I am not a lawyer, but I will say that you have to give this. And it works in rental periods as well, right? So if your rent is on the 1st or the 15th, whatever the case is, it needs to be given before the 1st or the 15th in order for the 90 days to kick in.
Right. Before that, yeah.
Before that,
yeah. And the Form and Form N2 depends on whether it's under rent control or not under rent control.
Yes.
Important to note, because if the tenants do want to challenge it, you have to have provided the right form.
Right.
If not, it gets thrown out and you got to go through the process all over again.
You don't want to go through the process again, yeah.
Very archaic. We've talked about it in nauseam on previous episodes. We won't go down how bad the landlord-tenant board is, but just make sure you got your forms right.
Yes.
Yeah.
N1 and N2, those are the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
A quick example, I guess, is probably a good way to add it in here. So if you're paying $2,000 a month, $2,000 a month for rent, and the rent increase is 2.1%, that means the max your landlord could increase it if you are in a rent control building is $42 a month.
Right.
And a lot of landlords, especially these days, they're putting the increase because they can only increase it by, call it an average of 2%. Every year, I do find a lot of my clients are saying, I want to do it. It's not a huge sum to the tenant, but over 5 years, if they're there, 2.5 over 5 years is 10%.
Right.
So it is advisable that you do your increases. What I also tell my landlords to remember is like, sometimes you don't want to ruffle the feathers. If the tenants are great, they're keeping it clean, the $42 really isn't going to retire you.
Right.
Maybe just leave it.
Right.
Don't really ruffle the
if you do have that's a good point. If you do have a good relationship, it's not always if you don't need it, it's not always needed.
Exactly. And especially in this market where rents have come down from 2-3 years ago and you've not increased it and you try to increase it now, there's a good probability they could say, cool, we could find cheaper elsewhere, and now you're
not a bad thought process either. Because if you rent to a new person, you may have fees to pay, as well as you may lose rent. And it becomes lower rent with the new person.
I would say expect to lose at least 3 months of rent on a turnover, because you're gonna need a couple of weeks to freshen up the place, maybe paint, clean, do some improvements. Even if you put it on the market right away and you get a tenant within the first week, you're paying 1 month rent to landlord, to both sides of the realtor. So you lose 2 months now. And then if they don't move into another month out, you're at 3 months very quickly.
Right.
So, do you want to make, let's say, $40 times 3 is $120, or do you want to lose $6,000 in vacancy? You pick your poison.
No, it's a good way to frame it.
Yeah.
Can we talk about what if you want to increase it? What if you're under rent control and you want to increase it more than the guideline?
Than the prescribed amount. So you still can. But certain things have to happen to make that allowable. So you can't just arbitrarily say, I need over 3%. You have to prove your reasoning. And the most common one that I've seen is because since Mayor Chow has been mayor, property taxes have increased what's deemed a substantial amount. That's grounds to go and say, I actually want to increase your rent over the prescribed at the time 2.5% to cover the extra costs of property taxes.
Yeah, so I think that's the big piece of the puzzle is there needs to be some type of increased costs on your end in order to justify trying to increase it above the guideline.
Yeah.
That could also be capital expenditure. So that could be repairs, maintenance, just updates in general. Mm-hmm. That could be another thing. That actually happened recently to my brother, where it was, and keep in mind, if this application does go through, they give you the way that this process works is you get a notice saying that they're applying for it. And it takes a long time to get an answer. It could take 8 months. It could take longer. But when they get an answer, because they gave you notice that they went for it in the first place, it can get backdated. So your expenses can pile up.
Your rent can increase over the retroactively.
Over that period, retroactively, which you will owe if it gets approved.
Is that what happened with your brother?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Was it a big amount? You don't have to say the amount.
It was enough to be
uncomfortable. Yeah. Like what the heck? Yeah. And I could see the other side of it. Like I've got one rental property. I had to put a new roof on the garage. It was $5,000. I had to put a new countertop in the kitchen. That was $3,000. And then I had to put a new AC. I found out 2 weeks ago that was $6,000. So I put out an extra $15,000 in 1 year. What's fine. I'm fine. Happy to do it. Keep them happy. And it was all like very much needed. Mm-hmm. But, as a landlord, maybe I wouldn't increase it to cover the full amount of the $15,000, but maybe ask for an extra $100 or something to somewhat help. Now, these tenants in particular are absolutely fantastic and we have a good relationship. But I see both sides of it because if I'm putting $20,000 into a unit, okay, I need you to pay a little bit more to somewhat pay down these improvements that I'm doing for your benefit.
Right. There is a give and take. I get where it comes from. Yeah. It's just something to keep in mind. If you do get that push, if there is an ask for a larger than normal increase, just be aware. I think if you're a tenant, if you're on the tenant side, set the money aside. Maybe don't spend it right away. It might not get approved, which good. You might have some extra spending cash by the end of the year. But at least you're preparing for it.
You're not just not a shocker.
Blindside you. Yeah.
Okay, so some things tenants should know. First and foremost, as kind of Joey hit right off the hop, confirm that your unit either does or does not fall under rent control. Before you even choose a place, make sure you're well aware of what that is. If you do get a rent increase, depending on which age of building you own, verify that the math is actually done correctly. Because I've seen cases where I don't know if it's the realtor or the landlord, they'll say I'm increasing it by 2.5%, but the numbers don't add up.
Don't match.
And I guess they think, let's just try and see what happens. So check the numbers.
That's a good point.
Always check the numbers.
That's a good point.
And then know your rights on both sides. If you're a landlord or if you're a tenant, reach out. Ask us as realtors. There's a lot of really good paralegals. Stonegate. We'll find the name. We'll put it in the show notes. Plug it in the show notes. But they're great on both sides of the coin. You can reach out to them. They're very generous with their advice and kind of helping you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I mean, shouldn't say this, but ChatGPT.
Okay, ChatGPT gets to be a little bit hairy.
Yeah. Be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah.
You still want to. I would get it to prompt you some ideas and questions to ask.
There you go.
But don't take it by like it's the Bible.
Yes, we've seen many things that were misquoted because it's pulling from all different sources, and if a source isn't accurate,
and it speaks so confidently,
you think that exactly.
Yeah,
like most realtors.
Yeah, it's well said.
And this is why we'll be replaced in 3 months. Okay. I think that, that covers quite a bit of it.
It pretty much covers the core of what the situation is. I think, just knowing, if you are a tenant, what you're getting into and which buildings fall under and not under, or if you just want somebody to tell you, you can just ask the realtor whenever you start shopping. Yeah. Same as a landlord. If you're purchasing or if you have a unit, or if you're purchasing an investment property, maybe that's a deal breaker for you. Yeah. Maybe you want something that's not under rent control.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily mean that one style is better than the other, because as great as being in a non-rent controlled building may sound on the outside, if you're tempted to increase it by crazy amounts, you could have a high turnover. And like I was saying, is the $120 worth the $6,000 of trying to find a new tenant?
Yep.
No is a short answer. Usually no, but at least when you have a rent-controlled building, there is a bit of predictability. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. This is what I'm going to do. And I will often tell clients in those older buildings, like, expect to have your amount increased every year, because they're now competing with buildings that aren't under rent control. So
right,
you're almost guaranteed to get an increase every year in a rent-controlled building, because they're trying to keep up with a non-rent controlled.
Absolutely.
So, got to pick your poison carefully. But I guess in the end, maybe just, pick a place that fits best for your needs at the moment.
Yeah.
But knowing that is
it's a big, because I've also seen, and I'll just bring this anecdote in, but yeah, I've also seen, places that aren't under rent control where the landlords have a good relationship, that they'll just leave it be, and they don't mess with the system. Like, if it's, you got good people in there, let's just leave it.
Yeah, 100%. I'm one of those landlords where I'm like, look, if things are great, fine. And I asked that, like, when things aren't great on my end, like when the rates spiked up, I was on a variable, like, can we work something out? And they were great. Right. And that's gives you a faith in humanity.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Cool. I think this is just a nice short and sweet one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I like it. Any shout outs? Any random stuff you want to share? The first 25 minutes weren't enough?
Yeah. No, I just shout out United Bakery.
United Bakery.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out. It's absolutely Bagels and Locks.
Bagels and Locks. Primrose Bagels if you like bagels and locks.
There you go.
Grace Bagels if you like straight bagels.
Yeah.
Port Colborne. You should go.
Port Colborne.
It's beautiful.
Shout out cottage country in general.
Not a cottage country. No.
Port Colborne?
Yeah, not a cottage country. No.
It's like lakes, lofts.
Doesn't feel like a cottage. It feels like very industrial.
Okay.
Like I don't see myself sitting on a back patio, cracking a beer and enjoying myself.
Okay.
In Port Colborne. I see myself looking at my boat tracker and eating pizza. It's you should just check it out.
All right, I'm gonna take a look.
Yeah, you make your own determinations of it. All right, episode 97.
97.
Wow.
Man, flying over here.
Getting there.
Flying.
All right, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Toronto Livings Real Estate Podcast. You could find more information on how we work over at TorontoLivings.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter to get price reports from over 150 different neighborhoods in the city each and every month.
If you got any value, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening.